Why do problems arise later on purchases? Doesn't really happen to me a lot, but boy, does it happen. It happens to everybody, okay? I'd be lying if I said it never happened. So here's the question I get all the time from customers that are going with other lenders or just anything. It could happen on mine too, okay? Doesn't happen a lot, I can tell you that one, but it happens. Why do problems arise later in the process on purchases? The big question real estate agents will ask is, why are we hearing about this now? Okay. So here's why problems arise. And if you're looking to buy a home or you're in the middle of buying a home, take heed to these words in this video. And that's why you need to subscribe, like, share, comment, and post it all over the place. Okay. Pay attention to this one. The number one reason problems arise: borrowers do not fully disclose every single thing to the loan officer. That's the number one biggest reason. You don't tell us everything, okay? But to be fair about this, you don't necessarily know what's good, what's bad, what's important, what's not important. So as a borrower, you want to fully disclose as much as you think. You want to fully disclose everything, okay? Now, I've had a lot of people say, well, but I don't want to give too much information. When you don't give too much information, that means you're withholding other information. And the problem is we run so many programs and so many things, and this loan goes through so many hands that sooner or later, with a high probability, we're probably going to find something out. And when we do, look out. So the number one reason, the borrowers don't tell us everything, okay? Number two reason, the borrowers do not give us everything. In other words, I'm sitting here saying, I need your divorce decree. You're sitting here saying, Hesh, I can't find it. Fair enough. Do you pay child support, alimony? Do you pay for any other real estate? Is there any debt that you were tied to or obligated to or given through the divorce that we have to account for? Or who knows what? There's so many things out there, okay? And you say, no, not at all. You're fine. You forgot that your ex was supposed to sell a house, but the court did not free you of the debt. It just said you're both responsible until the house is sold. You forgot that they never sold it, and then that left your mind. You tell me, Hesh, I'm going to get the divorce decree later, but I need a pre-approval right now, today, so I can make an offer and get this house under contract. Wonderful. Okay. So we do all of that. Now we're halfway through the loan. I forgot about your divorce decree because it's amongst 20 other things that I need also. You forgot about it, okay? All of a sudden it comes back up, hey, I need that divorce decree. You get the divorce decree in. Now on page 32, subsection F, my underwriter who's looking at this thing with a magnifying glass catches the house that was never taken out of your name that you're responsible for, that your ex-husband, spouse, wife, whatever, never sold. Now we got to factor that debt against you, and now it's a whole disaster. It's a whole debt to income ratio issue, and I've got videos on calculating debt to income ratio. Watch those videos, okay? The third reason, but actually this is probably the first reason, okay? So this order that I'm giving you is not like the order of things. I will tell you, number three is probably the biggest reason problems arise, okay? The loan officer does not ask for enough documentation. They do not ask all of the questions that they should ask, or they simply miss something, okay? That is a big reason of why problems arise later. I'll give you an example. I'm talking to you. I do not ask you if you pay child support or anything like that. So I don't ask you, you don't tell me. I completely missed it. It's not debited from your pay stubs from your job. You pay it off to the side yourself. So when you gave me your pay stubs, I never saw the child support debit anyways, but I never asked you. Suddenly we get halfway through the loan. It's not even halfway through the loan. We get 10 days before closing. My underwriter, again, I have a video on who is an underwriter, what is an underwriter, okay? Go watch that video. My underwriter goes through your bank statements. They see over the last 2 to 3 months a consistent debit of the same dollar figure coming out of your bank account. And the next thing you know, my underwriter comes with, Hesh, are they paying child support? I come back to you 10 days before closing and say, are you paying child support? You're sitting here saying, yes, I am. And now all of a sudden we got to put that into the debt ratio. It blows the whole deal sky high. And on day one, the loan officer, never asked you, do you pay child support? I'll give you one other, okay? Tax returns. Tax returns tell a lot about somebody, but a lot of loan officers do not ask for them. Why? Because the loan officers will say, I don't need them. On most loans and in most situations, you don't need tax returns. However, there are situations that will arise that you do need them. Tax returns are easy. I always tell my loan officers that's a lay down. Everybody's got tax returns, or hopefully everybody. Not everybody. I realize not everybody files tax returns based on your income. We go through all that garbage. 99% of the human population that's buying a house has a tax return. It's easier to ask for it up front and get it than wait until later, say you don't need it. Something arises, a reason or a situation in which it's needed. The next thing you know, now you give us your tax return 10 days before closing, and now all of a sudden we open Pandora's box. So again, the third biggest reason, but it's not the third, it's probably the first, is the loan officer does not ask all of the questions, or they do not collect enough documentation. Pay attention to that one. These are reasons why problems occur later. What can you do to defend against them? Tell the loan officer everything. Turn over all the documents you're asked for as soon as possible. 3, make sure you're working with the right loan officer. Work with somebody with experience who knows what they're doing. How do you find that out? Talk to your real estate agent about that. Get referred. A lot of the agents, they have a relationship where they've worked with this person for years and they know how good or bad the person is, or good the company is, or whatever it is. Consult with your real estate agent on that one too. But pay attention to this. It's a big industry. There's a lot of information for it. But watch all my videos. Educate yourself. Knowledge is power. I'll be catching you on the next video. Talk to you guys later.